Today we discuss about Laravel database testing concept. So in this we have main concepts like introduction, model factories, running seeders, available assertions. These are all the main topics, and subtopic is resetting the database after each test. So let's see one by one. So introduction. Laravel provides a variety of helpful tools and assertions to make it easier to test our database driven applications. So mainly Laravel uses model factories and seeders. Model factories and seeders. So in order to test database records, in order to create test database records using our applications, eloquent models and relationships. So Laravel uses model factories and seeders. Let's see resetting the database after each test. So in order to do this, we will be using refresh database try it. So before proceeding, whenever database performs testing operation, so it will be resetting our database after each of our tests. So this try-it does not migrate our database if our schema is up to date. So instead it will only execute the test within a database transaction. So therefore any records added to the database by test cases that do not use this try-it may still exist in the database. So if you would like to totally reset the database, so we may use database migrations try-it or database truncation try-it. So of course these both options are significantly slower than the refresh database try-it. So like this we will be resetting the database after each test. So either we can use the refresh database try-it or to reset the database totally, so we can use database migrations try-it or database truncation try-it. Now let's see this model factories. So when testing, so we may need to insert a few records into our database before executing our test. So instead of manually specifying the value of each column when you create this test data, Laravel allows us to define a set of default attributes for each of our eloquent models using model factories. So in order to set the values of database columns, so we will be using set of default attributes by making use of model factories. So we can use create method like syntax $user equal to user, this is the model name, user scope resolution operator factory create. So like this we will be using the model factory. Now see running seeders. So if you would like to use database seeders to populate our database during a feature test, we may invoke the seed method. So by default the seed method will execute the database seeder, which should execute all of our other seeders. Alternatively, we may pass a specific seeder class name to the seed method. We may instruct alternatively we may instruct Laravel to automatically seed the database before each test that uses refresh database try-it. For example, if a database testing is getting performed, so for each and for each test, before each test that uses refresh database trait, so we will be using $seed property on our base test class. So with this we can achieve, we can instruct Laravel to automatically seed the database before each test that uses refresh database trait. So when the $seed property is true, the test will run the database seeder class before each test that uses the refresh database trait. So we may specify a specific seeder that should be executed by defining a seeder property on our test class. Let's see available assertions. So Laravel provides several database assertions for our PEST or PHP unit feature tests. So we will discuss one by one. So assert database count, assert database entry empty, assert database empty, assert database has, assert database missing, assert soft deleted, assert not soft deleted, assert model exists, assert model missing, expects database query count. So like this we are having different database assertions for performing database testing. So this is all about database testing concept in Laravel. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of my fans, supporters and followers, and a special thanks to all of my YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much. This is Universal Heart Sister Ravindar Reddy Yampalla.